What's up, guys? Remmy again. Today I wanted to make a video where I talk about Greatsword, and I can't do that in ranked because everyone in ranked is playing at peak, and I need to stomp on casuals. And I love stomping on casuals. So I'm playing Greatsword today, and I want to talk mainly about Greatsword. I don't know. I feel like this has been a problem since the weapon came out, and I don't know if other people agree or think it should be looked at. Because like at VCX, right, Greatsword was pretty good. Like, it was like the best weapon, right, by a lot, and that's fine because like now they nerfed it a bit, and some would say like Boomy still says it's like a top 2 weapon, it's still broken, and I think it's like okay. I don't think it needs a buff or a nerf, but I will say that it feels like shit to play all the time, and that's why I would like. I don't know if I put it low on a tier list, but I definitely like think about before I just like say Greatsword is like the best weapon in the game, because for example like that right there, that still feels like horrible to land, and a lot of them will still feel horrible to land. So I feel like they need to do something about that. Like whenever you whiff a sidelight, you're actually stuck for 10 years, and that's like okay recovery frames, right? Because when they had none, people were spamming it. The thing is, also when you hit a sidelight, you're stuck for 10 years, right? So it feels really awkward a lot of the time. And you don't know whether you're supposed to reset or like what you want to do where, and I don't know. The weapon is just like super awkward. Like right there. But yeah. I also don't understand what their goal is with the openers and closers and midways, and because a lot of them, at the highest level, you're not going to do a lot of them because people can jump out of them. So they just feel like, it feels like you're doing that all game. It feels like you're doing the same 3-hit reset all game. Like one of the, and to me, like, I don't know, I feel like that was like not the point, right? Cause, like on gauntlets, you do the same thing. It's like a string weapon, and Katars is a string weapon, but you do the same thing the entire time. So I feel like a lot of people had hoped that gauntlets was going to be like, I mean, Greatsword was going to be like the change. Where you're not doing the same thing the entire time, where you actually do switch it up. So, yeah. Sandstorm actually ended up playing Greatsword this weekend still though, and he did lose to Noel on it, but he didn't look that bad with it. Like that, he just jumped out of that even though he had no dodge. And it's like, okay, so don't do that one. So I just have like some of my options not available because they'll always be avoided. How about we just make like all the options useful, and then we just like lower the stuff that doesn't need to exist. Like, I swear, every closer does not need to kill in red. That's like insane to me that they all do. It's like, it's actually kind of weird that they do. I probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh, kind of walked in the wall. Yeah. And I don't know, I felt like that about Greatsword, like that doesn't need to kill, and then you can make other stuff less stupid. But I felt like that about Greatsword for like a long time. Like when it came out, I was like, oh, this feels like, I didn't even say if it was broken or good or anything. I just said it feels like really annoying to play. And that's like held true till now. Even when it was like super broken, I was like, this feels super annoying to play. Which is like one of the reasons why I think I didn't pick it up for BCX? Yeah, it was BCX. I like just didn't bother playing because I was like, okay, even if not only is it like I have to learn it, but it's like super annoying. Like I don't even want to play it, to be honest with you. But yeah, like also that the corner at the edge play is like super annoying. You want to lead everything towards the map because anything that goes off the stage, you have to drop it because it's off stage. So. But maybe, yo, it would be sick if you like 3-hit towards the side. And then imagine if you did your GC. I guess you can do that already, right? Like if I don't know. That sounds like it takes experimenting. That sounds like an OG Greatsword player. But yeah, there's like some super. They can just like power shift so many things. Like Nair and Dare are still super broken, but there are some things that just feel underpowered. So how about we buff those? We like change some of the like closers and midways. And then we nerf Nair and recovery. I mean, Nair and Dare. And it's like, okay, I no longer hate half the moves on the weapon, right? But yeah, I mean, obviously Greatsword is supposed to be harder than most weapons, so. Because I was talking to like one of my friends about it, and they were like, I can like play most of the weapons. I can do most of the combos on every weapon. Like random, like there are mechanical combos that people can't do. Like everyone can do down air recovery on sword, for example, but that was like considered hard like 2 years ago, right? But he was like, I literally don't understand how to do anything on this weapon, right? And that's not because it's a harder weapon. That's because it's so awkward. Like everything. When you look at it in Brawlhalla, nothing's like super hard. Like even the hardest combos are hard only because they're so like clunky and awkward. Like the gauntlet one, the downlight nair on the ground, like Lumi will tell you over and over again. It's just different and it's like weird, but it's not hard. It's not like if you practice it, you'll get it. And I feel like that's the same way for Greatsword, but it's not. Obviously, it's not new player friendly, and it's not supposed to be new player friendly. But it's just. It feels like if you ever just pick up the weapon, it's weird. I don't know. I kind of made this video to get my point across on that and also ask how other people feel. So if you guys like have an opinion on that, I'd like to hear it. But I also would like to hear this guy. Also, Jaeyun is absolutely broken. Can they, like, this move is still in the game, and I'm still wondering how it got in the game. Don't, like, yeah, now you can nerf it, but, like, how did it make it into this game in the first place? And I will say that Greatsword does have some really nice things. Like, I think GCing feels really good on the weapon. Like, GCing for a closer. I actually was really confused how they would do that, and the way they did it, actually, I'm a fan. I like the fact that if you GC, it's a closer and not anything else. Okay. Like that felt so bad to do, and it was like the only aggressive play I could have done. I could have just like not done anything, but then like what's the point? Goodbye me.
Player 1 wins.
Yeah, I feel like if they look at shit like that, they'll be able to. Like, obviously I'm not a dev, but I feel like there are just like some things that are obvious, I guess. Like obviously if a combo is avoidable, top players aren't going to do it, right? So like, why have so many things be jumpable? Just like make it so you can't avoid them at all. Like you never saw that with like gauntlets where it's like, okay, you can just jump out of stuff at all, right? It was like, okay, if you have a dodge, you'll always get out. Like right now, like let's look at gauntlets when they nerfed Nair, and they had to rebuff it to what it is now. But before, it was like, okay, if you had a dodge, if you had no dodge, you could still get out of it. Okay, so no one's gonna play that weapon. Because even if you punish a dodge like the weapon is asking you to, you still get out. And I'm not saying that happens on gauntlets, I'm saying that happens on a lot of the moves on gauntlets. Like, when you're winning on gauntlets, it feels good. Like, when you can land your move like that, it still feels good. And then every other time, it doesn't feel good. And that's my problem with the weapon. If you miss at all, it feels bad. Some of the moves you do land feels bad. And I feel like that needs to be looked at. I don't know. I feel like a lot of top players agree with me. Like, earlier today, I was streaming, and I had, like, some people in my chat say they feel the same when I was talking about Greatsword. Because I definitely see where people come from when they say Greatsword is like still broken, and in the winning state it still does the same thing. Because it does. It's still the same 50-50 that you were going for before. But every other time it feels terrible to play. Every other time. Like literally. At least for me. And I don't really play it that much. So maybe from a casual point of view it feels disgusting. Maybe if you're playing in tournaments it doesn't feel disgusting. But we also have to remember that the only person that did play it in a tournament was Sandstorm, and he didn't actually win with it. So. And if Sandstorm can't win with something, then we have to buff it, right? Let's be real here. Yeah, that's basically my entire opinion on that. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think Greatsword is in a weird spot where it's a good weapon that will not see play mainly because of how awkward it is to play. But some people might also just say it's not a good weapon. I don't think it can be a bad weapon because it still does that, what I just did there, right? That's a lot of damage, and next one's just going to kill him. Like, there's no way you can just call Greatsword bad after seeing that happen twice, right? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I'm definitely right. Like, there's no way that happens on a weapon and you go, yeah, that's a bad weapon. It's like calling Hammer bad when Stomp Sarah does 30 damage. Like, how is it bad? What is it doing wrong? Same thing with like Axe and stuff. Like that. Hits over and over again. Ah, you inputted that wrong. I got 4 hits instead of 3. he's AFK. Do I wait for him? Hello, friend. Oh god. He leveled up. I can already tell. That read is proof that he leveled up. Bro DC'd and came back a goat. Alright, well that's it for this video. I hope you guys kind of understood what I was talking about. Give me your opinions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I always like doing casual commentaries like this where we just play experimental talk, so see you on that later.